Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. It's just too many women in Mactan, Newtown. Before I even start this conversation, I want to give you a little context. You know, when I first came to the Philippines, I spent mostly all of my vacation in Mactan, or Lapu-Lapu, however you want to call it. And at that time, it was like a tourist trap. It still is, but I mean, those were the glory days in 2009. You know, pretty sure people can bear witness to that. And Mactan is one of the most congested cities in all the Philippines, second only to Manila. So it gives you some kind of context. So you say, well, duh, Calvin, if it's that congested, then that explains it. Well, I just want to tell you that the sheer volume of women there, it just shocked me, man. I haven't been to Mactan in a while. As a matter of fact, I don't go as often as I'd like to. But there's just too many women. They're too attractive, and they're too nice. We went to an Italian restaurant the other day, and just walking from Mactan, Newtown, our condo, to the Italian restaurant, it is basically across the street and back. I know I saw 2,000 women, all shapes, sizes, colors, and 53 Shades Darker and his wife were with us. And I just made just a remark to him like, man, this is why I couldn't live here. I'd be in trouble. I'd be too tempted. Because there's too many, they're too attractive and they're too nice. He said, yeah, man, you know, I used to feel the same way. I'm glad I live in St. Carlos City. You know, I'm just not tempted as I would be here. I mean, everywhere you go, they're smiling at you. You know, I know that's the hospitality of Filipino people, but for some of those, there was something behind that smile. And that's why you see a lot of happy men here. I put that away I filed that away in my subconscious mind because, you know, where we're staying in IT Park now. And one of the first guys that I met over here, he was a gentleman and his Filipino wife or girlfriend, they're coming out as we're going in. He said, hey, Calvin. And this guy's smile was from ear to ear. And then Terry, Ken, John, Zach, man, they were all smiling. They were all happy. I don't know if I've seen as many happy faces as I've seen this last 4 or 5 days. But I just wanted to run that by you because, you know, people get the wrong impression of Cebu, you know, because as a matter of fact, Zach, this guy's hilarious. I thought I would never be able to replace John, right? This guy, Zach, he's from North Carolina, retired military, master gun sergeant. This guy was a friend at first sight. He's hilarious, man. He told me I was the second nicest vlogger he's ever met, and he just speaks his mind. He said, Cal, these vloggers over here, they think I came to meet them. He said, no, I came to kick their ass. They lied to me about the Philippines. And he was just going on and on, but he's moving. He said, Cebu's too big for him. And he said, you know, don't make Cebu the landing spot. Now I've got to disagree with you, Zach, there. When I said it, and that's probably why so many people here recognize me, because I recommend that you fly into Cebu instead of Manila. Okay, because at the time I said that was basically the only 2 options. But now, of course, there's Clark, and then there's Davao. But I still say Cebu. Get your feet wet here, because that's obviously what he's done. But this guy speaks his mind. I mean, he would give you the nitty gritty. He ain't trying to start a YouTube channel, but you would love this guy. He's 67 years old, but he looks about 10 years younger, in great shape, because he goes to the gym about every other day. But I met so many people here, man. They were all happy. They were all smiling. But it would be a wrap for me if we were to move to Mactan, Newtown. I just know me. You know, even though, you know, I love Maryland, everybody knows that I'm in a committed relationship. I'm just not tempted as much in St. Carlos City. everybody knows me. But here, man, Mactan, Newtown, man, it's crazy. Mactan, Newtown, as a matter of fact, has come a long, long way. Even since 2022, when I stayed there with a friend of mine, it doesn't even look the same. I mean, there's so many people. When we came in 2022, it was like a ghost town. Now, it might as well be BGC, Newport City, IT Park, any of those places. There's a lot of call centers there too. So, you know, when you see these vloggers talking about, oh yeah, the best place to find women and this and that, the province women, you know, city women, man, look, just go to Mactan, Lapu. You're gonna be stumbling over women, man. Just the sheer volume. It shocked me, it's amazing, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't live there, man, you know, right now. And it explains to me why I was even living, when I was living in Cebu, remember I was in my 40s though. I couldn't keep a woman because I had that rubberneck syndrome, whiplash, roving eye, whatever you want to call it. It's just too many, man. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Shout out to all the guys who recognized me since I've been here. I appreciate y'all support, man. You know, that's another thing about the reason I'm glad I live in St. Carlos City instead of Cebu. Every 5 feet, somebody knows who I am. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, because y'all know I got trolls out here. But for the most part, it's been a great experience, man. I mean, I've met some just unbelievable guys here. I met the first 2 guys that I've ever met from Maine. I mean, even when I was living in America, I've never met anyone from Maine. Now, I've met guys from Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, but never Maine. And these guys, one of them was his first trip here, and he said, yeah, I get it now. And his friend invited him here. As a matter of fact, he said, Cal, no, he didn't, but somebody had asked me like the day before, they said, Cal, how many of your friends and relatives have you invited over here that have come? And I said, 0. And this guy yesterday from Maine, I'm gonna keep them anonymous, man, because they're having a good time. He said, Cal, this is the first time I've ever invited one of my friends to the Philippines and they came. This guy just basically got on a plane and came over here. It takes a certain type of individual to come here anyway. That's a long, long way. There's a whole lot of action between America and the Philippines that you could stop along the way. That's why people never make it over here. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I did want to warn you guys about, you know, traveling right now. As everybody knows, you know, I've been talking about it before. Israel has finally attacked Iran. Yeah. Of course, with the backing of the United States. And so, Iran is going to retaliate. And I'm pretty sure they're going to take it out on those soft U.S. targets. And we're soft U.S. targets, guys. You know, I'm anti-war. Okay, let's live in peace, man. Life is a miracle, y'all know that. We don't know how we got here. We don't know our purpose. We don't know how long we're going to be here. Man, let's just all live together, man, on this one little tiny planet. That's the way I look at it, but some people don't look at it like that. It's okay for them to have atomic weapons, but they don't want anybody else to have atomic weapons. It's a mess, man. I warned y'all about it. I talked about it months and months ago. I was going to make a video how an attack on Iran would affect U.S. expats around the world. I decided not to do it because y'all think, oh, I'm only supposed to talk about things that's going on in the Philippines. No, I'm concerned with what's going on in the world. That's why I want to send out my sincerest condolences to the victims and the families of the Air India crash. One guy miraculously survived. See, that's a miracle. It's just something, a miracle is just something that can't be explained. They can't explain why this guy lived. And I know a lot of you guys, I know what you're going to say. I'm not going to say it, but I know what y'all going to say. This guy was in seat 11A. He's the only one to walk away from that crash. So be careful right now. Keep your head on swivel. if you're a U.S. expat anywhere around the world, I would not travel right now. I would not get on a plane. You couldn't pay me to get on a plane right now because it's coming down, guys, okay? So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, finding your heart to help somebody. Now the day goes by that I don't help somebody. Shout out again to Lynn Bastastas, the Filipino OFW in Bahrain, who's matched my spin wheel for the next 10 weeks. Imagine that, a Filipino. I don't know how much she earns. She just said, I want to share my blessings with your community. Evidently she saw something and she liked it, what we're doing. So instead of spinning the wheel once on Saturday night, we're going to spin it twice for the next 10 weeks. Because if I don't do anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Start watching the news, man. Pay close attention to state.travel.gov. Join the Smart Travel program because there's going to be retaliation. Iran is going to retaliate. And more than likely, it's going to be against soft U.S. targets. Keep your head on swivel, guys, okay? It's coming, guys, okay? Don't do anything stupid. See, we don't pay attention to the things we should be paying attention to. Our attention is somewhere else. Just be safe out there, man. Take care.